broadcasting stations. It's time for Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Now let's have some fun. Here is your host, Johnny Radio.
Yo. Welcome into a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. You know Jay Morgan's in the house. And I'm excited today because we are going to make our picks. It is the big game, man. I can't wait. Eagles, Chiefs, that bad boy's going off on Sunday. We're going to make our picks. We're going to talk about all the bets. And we got a little something special. Our buddy Lee Sterling is back. Today at noon, Lee Sterling will be giving you prop plays, the pick of the game, all kinds of Super Bowl winners for you. This is the greatest time of the year, the greatest night of the year, this Sunday, as we got the Eagles and the Chiefs. And we're going to give you all the places where you need to put your money. Speaking of putting your money, Drake's out there betting $1 million on the Super Bowl, posting all of his picks to his Instagram, just making me jealous, and then also making me think to myself, maybe he has a gambling problem.
Wait, what are you jealous of?
Having $1 million to just wager on a Super Bowl. Must be pretty nice. He's also got to go and testify in a murder case.
That sounds like a Hardwood story.
Yeah. We got a little Hardwood action today.
Are you looking for something to place $1 million wager on?
I mean, if I had $1 million, if I had multiple millions of dollars, like $100 million, maybe I'd throw $1 million on like the big game.
Well, the Rangers play the Kraken tonight. You could bet on the Rangers.
What's cracking? So
that would be a great name for a
podcast.
For a podcast about the Seattle Kraken.
Yeah, it would. What's cracking?
That's a free idea for those of you out there.
By the way, do you want to you got a good feel about the Rangers game tonight? I need to.
It's minus 200.
Oh.
So yes, I do, but I don't know if you want to. I don't know if you want that kind of juice. Yeah,
that's a lot of juice, man. That's a lot of juice.
I do have some bets for you. We'll get to those later in the show, though.
Yeah, we got a lot of bets because we got Lee Sterling coming on. He's going to give his bets. We're going to give me, of course, Jay and I are going to give you our bets. Then we have T-Money and Brasky, a couple crazy men, coming on today at 12:30. Who knows what kind of stories they're going to talk about? Maybe a Super Bowl party or something of that nature. They're also going to give their picks. And then you know at 11:30 what we're doing.
What are we doing at 11:30, John?
Talking to Jay Ham about a little basketball.
In the NBA.
I didn't know LeBron James retired last night, huh?
LeBron James? No, he didn't retire last night.
Dude, what was that? TNT. Dude, show me a basketball game. I don't need a 20-minute, this is my starting five. These are the real MVP. Please, son. Sound like Charles Barkley hit it on the head. What, is LeBron retiring? Come on now. They got a basketball game to play. What is this? He ain't even playing in the game.
He didn't play.
Going to give him 30 minutes on the court?
It just goes to show how soft this generation is. LeBron wouldn't play after winning the scoring title.
And then, but he did have enough time to bring two goats to a restaurant out in L.A. and party all night long till the early morning, sipping on some wine, sipping on some wine and eating some good food. But did you see that he actually brought two goats to dinner last night?
Wow.
Just to let everybody know he's the GOAT.
But you don't agree?
No, not at all. Not at all. He's a compiler. I mean, this dude has been in the league, 20 years?
And been in top 3 in scoring it every year.
You know what? Hey, I'm glad that he's been consistent. Why aren't you number one every year then? Like MJ, baby. You go to 10 titles and you've lost 6 of them. I don't know if that calls you – I don't know what to say, but you've lost more than you won, buddy.
Yeah, but he's done it for a much longer period of time.
Well, you know what?
MJ ever did.
MJ had to take out a little time to show you that he was a AAA baseball player. And kind of avoid the stuff with his father.
And that contributes to his greatness in basketball.
And he retired a lot earlier because, you know what? MJ knew how to party. And that's an important part of also being the GOAT. You know, you have to be able to go out there and have some fun. No, for real, though. I'm just, I like to mess around and bust his chops.
No, don't. You can't tell people
No.
that. You can't
I'm
tell
not
people.
saying that he's better than MJ. I know he's a top 5 player of all time. I definitely don't think he's
not
the greatest.
Even 2.
I mean, I'm not sure. This is a debate
It's a
we could
debate.
have. We might have it with Jay Ham at 11:30.
I think Tim Duncan.
I mean,
is
Tim
a top
Duncan's
five
the most
player.
underrated dude in the.
That's my favorite top 5 argument. Is I think Tim Duncan could be a top 5
Mr.
player.
Fundamental.
He
But
is.
again, he won't be in my top 5 again because he's so boring. I got to have a guy who knows how to party, who's got something iconic going on out there. I mean, Tim Duncan is
Wear
about
designer clothes. How about you?
He's so boring. I don't. But again, great champion. Did destroy the Lakers. I heard that Tony Parker, by the way, was an a-hole. Did you hear that?
Yes. No, DeJounte Murray. I mean, I've heard it from other people too, but DeJounte Murray did an interview with the All the Smoke podcast
I saw that.
with Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson. And Steven Jackson played for Pop in San Antonio as well.
Mm-hmm.
And he was saying he came in there to San Antonio and he's like, man, I'm going to learn from one of the greatest players ever. And Tony Parker just didn't want any of it when they called DeJounte up from the G League, made him play in the G League, and then when they called him up to the big team, Tony Parker demanded a trade.
Yep.
I mean, that's
and then
terrible.
there was also they talked about some stories about his early years too, especially even when he was young, before he was a champion, about how bougie he was. I can't believe Pop put up with that. I was very shocked.
That was the best All the Smoke I've seen. If you like basketball and you went like an inside, DeJounte Murray's also a great player and like very genuine. It was a great interview. Highly recommend. We got to get DeJounte on the show somehow. I'm going to pull some strings, John.
Get a couple junts for DeJounte.
No, just the one.
One DeJounte. One junt.
And he is the one.
Because like they don't test you for the littering and smoking the reefer anymore in the NBA, right? If I remember that correctly.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, they don't.
I don't think so.
Right?
Sure, why not?
Sure. Sounds good. Sounds good.
We don't really do like the whole like scientific got to be factually make sure.
I'm pretty sure
we
don't
work
anymore.
on hunches and guesses and stuff.
I'm pretty sure.
I think you're
pretty
right.
sure.
I think
like,
you're right.
I'm like 98% sure. That's pretty damn sure.
Hey, one thing you're definitely always going to get on happy hour is a lot of hunches and guesses and stuff.
Oh, by the way, never mind. I'm going to not touch that with the 10-foot pole. I also got some insane Russell Wilson news. Have you heard the last 2 days?
This is crazy, man.
Which one's more crazy for you right now? Is it the news that he's the one who ruined the Pro Bowl, or is it the news that his charity is basically a front for him and his friends to get 6-figure salaries, and they give what was it 24% of all the money that comes in actually out to charity? The rest of it goes to pad their pockets.
It's crazy.
Have nice offices. And
Brett Norsworthy yesterday made a good point. It's probably not the only charity that behaves that way.
I actually looked up a lot of them. The good ones, there are horrible ones out there, and they have been, a lot of them have been exposed.
What was the one that got in trouble with the NFL, United Way? Wasn't that the one? That,
no. Google this one, because we don't want to don't want to disparage a charity.
Yeah, that's actually a great point. That's a great point. This is not the time to do hunches and guesses and stuff.
This is not the time for hunches and guesses, okay, or reckless speculation. But no, for real, Russell Wilson, man, not only did again. I got some takes on this that we're going to talk about a little bit later. Also went through the Twitterverse.
It was United Way. The leader was.
It was United Way
in 2011. A bunch of fraud. So I was right. Wow, that's lucky. I'm glad I didn't disparage a charity that didn't deserve it.
Me too, brother.
But that's crazy, though, man.
Too.
Like, especially when you all got all this other. Everyone's calling Russell Wilson this big phony and all this other stuff. This is not the kind of look you want when you're considered being a phony, because this might be actual.
This
fraud.
This is not a good. This is a bad look. You got your
at the very
superstar
least, it's a bad
wife.
look.
You got huge contracts. You always, and again, I will say something. I do know that every year for 10 years that he was in Seattle, he did make an appearance at like their children's hospital out there.
That's nice.
And
but he made sure a camera was there, though.
I was getting ready to say, yes, he did make sure there's a camera, and he did give his time. But again, giving your time is one thing. But the money you take in for your charity to go out there and like find cures or help the families or whatever it is that your charity does, it's kind of like getting the majority of that money out is like the prime goal. Again, it's not for your friends to get 6-figure salaries. Yo, I run a charity. How much do you make? Oh, $150,000 a year.
Not for profit.
Whoa. Okay. $200,000 a year. Oh, right on. But anyway, we also got to talk about we got a 2-time MVP, man.
We do. It's Patrick Mahomes, John.
It is Pat Mahomes, man. Mahomie is doing really good. It's a 2-time MVP. Mahomie, yeah.
Mahomie.
That's my homie.
No, but Mahomie. Because his name is Mahomes.
I know. That's why I said Mahomie.
Oh,
Instead
you
of
meant
my
that joke.
homie.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's great.
He's my Mahomie. He's
great.
my homie. You know, I always text. Yo, what up, homie?
Yeah, that's a great nickname.
It's great. I like it. Mahomes, second two-time MVP. And did you see the Hall of Fame class, by the way?
They announced who's in.
Yes, and
Patrick Willis. Is
very
he in?
defensive-led. Cornerbacks Rondé Barber and Darrell Revis. Outside linebacker DeMarcus Ware.
Revis Island.
Linebacker Zach Thomas, all selected for enshrinement.
Not P. Willie?
Who?
Patrick Willis was on
No,
the
he didn't
finalists.
get it. Sorry, he did not. He did not get the cut. Joe Thomas also made it. The 10-time Pro Bowler for the Cleveland Browns.
How is Patrick Willis not on that?
Joe Klecko. I mean, he's going to make it.
Joe Klecko. I saw a video of Joe Namath going to Joe Klecko's door to tell him he made the Hall of Fame, and that was a good video.
Also, Ken Riley, the cornerback for the Bengals, back in '69.
Oh, who could forget?
All the way to
great
'83.
year.
Homie, yeah, great year. But my man had he played a long time, man. But anyway, we got the Pro Football Hall of Fame. We got the big game. We got the NBA. We've got so much to get into today. And by the way, did I miss anything?
I don't think so.
You don't think so? Yes, I missed one thing. Remember, I texted to you last night. The most important thing I said that we're going to do on the show today.
Eat breakfast.
No, I don't eat breakfast.
That's the most important meal of the day, though.
No, it's not. No, it's not. That's
it's
a
not?
lie. That's a lie. Just like the
myth?
food chart is also a lie.
The
food pyramid or whatever it is.
To be honest, they keep changing the food pyramid. I just looked up what the question was because I could not remember.
You'd be like 300 pounds if you actually ate what you were supposed to eat on the pyramid.
I love bread.
Yeah, don't be eating.
Remember that commercial with Oprah? I love bread. It was a Weight Watchers commercial.
No.
She came on there and goes, I love bread.
Can I get back to the most important thing we're going to do today?
Oh, yeah, go for it.
Okay. What you don't really remember?
I had to look at your text. I forgot.
Now, do you remember?
I do, because I'm reading it.
This is very important. 901-360-8255. You're going to need that number for two reasons today. Because I need you to text the show. What's up, dude? I've been looking for the information. Everybody knows about the naked man on White Station, like Tuesday, right?
No, I did not until you just texted me. I was like, that's a good question.
Did you look it up?
No.
How does everybody?
I
had like 40 people text me about this.
Naked
at least.
Man.
They sent me pictures and videos. It was on the Twitter.
Of people send you pictures of naked men?
Okay, well, listen, what happened?
Yeah, weird friends.
901-360-8255, 901-360-8255. No, in the middle of the afternoon, it's like, 2:30, 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Prime time,
people are driving down White Station, and all of a sudden, no clothes on naked man decides to jump in the road, starts beating on the hood of a car, puts his genitalia on one,
penis,
gets down on his knees, like in child's pose in yoga. You know what I'm talking about? Gets down like that.
Shows his
but
butthole.
then, to the world, there's cops out there. They didn't. No, I'm telling you, those cops didn't want to go tackle this guy.
That's a greatest defense against. Police
I
officers
feel so
being naked.
bad for them. But I need to know because I haven't heard any news. Nobody's written about it. Twitter's gone kind of dark on it. 901-360-8255. I need to know. Did the guy get a hold of some PCP?
Got a hold of something.
Did he get was he tripping hardcore?
Sounds like it.
Or did he just actually lose his marbles? Did he escape an insane? I need to know what would possess a dude to run out into traffic butt naked and act a fool.
One day when I was driving in, I saw a guy pooping on the sidewalk.
That's just more like really sad.
Yeah.
That's like really, really sad.
I know. Well, so is this, though.
Well, no, I mean, this is kind of more. This is more funny to me.
Where does the phrase "losing your marbles" come from?
I mean, the guy probably didn't go to jail. I'm sure they took him to what is it, MMHI, Memphis Mental Health Institute or something.
Sure. Where does the phrase "losing your marbles" come from? You know what I mean? Like, did people used to freak out when
Memphis
they would
Mental
lose
Health? Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Did people used to freak out when they would lose their marbles? Like their marbles, like to play jacks with?
Think about it. That's the only thing that you had back then. They didn't have toys. They had marbles and jacks. Come on, man. If you lost your marbles, wouldn't you be upset?
So what's jacks is like the game that has marbles. You got the jack that's like the pointy thing, and then you got a bouncy ball.
Dude,
right?
I don't care about jacks right now because I don't know how to play jacks, and no, I did not play jacks. I'm not that old.
Oh, I played jacks.
Well,
I don't know how to play them.
Yeah, all right.
But yeah, that's a gift that everyone with your grandma would always say, here's some jacks and marbles, and they would come together.
Last point of the number 901-360-8255. I need to know what happened to the naked man.
Uh-huh.
Also, you can hit us up on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, sportsmemphis.com. Just give us some information. And if you want to win 4 tickets, do I give away 2 pair of 2 or just 1 pair of 4 and let a whole family go enjoy themselves Sunday to see the Tigers play?
I think a family of 4 would love the tickets.
Family of 4. I need a family of 4 who would like to go to the Tigers game.
Or maybe you're a family of 2 and you've got 2 really close friends, like couples.
If you have yourself and 3 other people who'd like to go watch the Tigers play this Sunday, it is 11 a.m. tip, right?
Let me check.
Yeah, you were just on with Wolo.
It's
he is the voice of the Tigers.
He is.
Couldn't ask him.
It's at 11 o'clock, John. You nailed it. You know so much about sports.
Loosely. I read a lot. I probably need to write some of these things down.
You nailed it. Why, John? You got it exactly right. It's 11 o'clock on Sunday.
Temple and the Tigers play. You can go to the game. You can get out early enough to go and do what you got to do to get ready for the big game. Don't forget, come to the 10th inning to see me down in South Haven. I'm going to be there for the big game.
How are they going to win the tickets, though, John? Are they going to text,
901-360-8255. If you want the tickets and you have information on the Naked Man, you get the tickets.
Is it like a text or a call?
A text.
Okay, a text. So yes. Text us.
Please, don't call because I actually have to talk to Jay in just a second.
Yeah.
There's only actually 2 of us, and he's not very good at multitasking.
See, now you're putting the onus on it's my fault when really I think you just want to talk to me. You don't want to talk to yourself. So it's not my fault.
I'm trying not to go to the Memphis Mental Health Institute because if you talk to yourself, I hear that you might be crazy. So I'm trying to at least stay on that path where I'm not going down the crazy train.
So text us, 901-360-8255. Give us what your name is, your information, like your email address and such, and tell us you have to have some information about one of 2 things. Where does what happened to the Naked Man on White Station? Or I will also accept if you know where the phrase "lost your marbles" came from. I'll accept that as well because I'm the one reading the text.
Sounds good. All right, and I also want to remind you the first hour is brought to you by Memphis Music Room, and I went over there last Tuesday to hang out with the Memphis Hang Suite. It's hosted by Christopher Bounds. It's at the Memphis Music Room. It's huge, big dance floor, great food, fat bar, area for you to hang out and have fun, and some of the best collab-style music you've heard in a long time. They have professionals from all different walks of genres hanging out with other local artists. You can go down there, eat, drink, listen to their jam session. It was so much damn fun. I can't even explain it to you. If you actually got some chops and you want to cut it up with some pros, go to the open mic night. Or if you think you can tear the guitar up, some dude came up there last week and absolutely just wore that guitar out. He was just like a young kid. It was pretty impressive. Again, that's at 5770 Shelby Oaks Drive in Memphis, Tennessee. It's Memphis Music Room. They also have this week, it's February 11th. Today's the 10th, so that's tomorrow. It's Love Lessons with Terrence Love. Go to memphismusicroom.com. They have all kinds of events going on. You can also rent the place out if you want to throw down a big old shindig. And it's just so much going on. Check out the Memphis Room and go to the Memphis Room. memphisroommusic.com. I'm in the box.
Oh, John. You know what this music means?
Lost Your Marbles came from the movie Peter Pan, I believe.
So did that person win the tickets?
See, I feel like no. Because they didn't
No, that's what I asked them to tell. Now you just gave it away.
I need a text from this person saying I and 3 other people were actually going to go to this game. I'm not going to give them to somebody just because they know how come you lost your marbles.
Yeah, we need your information.
By the way, though, he's just like us. He says, I believe. So he's going on hunches. We need somebody to
corroborate. Interesting.
901-360-8255. Now get to your questions, huh?
Hey, John, you know what Sunday is?
Sunday is the 12th.
But you know what happens on Sunday?
The Tigers play Temple.
They do. You know what else?
Oh, yeah. The Chiefs and the Eagles.
Oh, I thought you were going to say the final round of the Phoenix Open. Yes, John! It's the Super Bowl on Sunday, also in Phoenix, and it's the Chiefs playing the Eagles. John, I've been waiting to ask you this question all week long. The over-under is 51 points. The Phillies are 1.5-point favorites. How are you going to bet this game? You got to make a decision today. We've been waffling all week. We can't figure out what we're going to do. I need to know also a phrase. Text us where that one came from. What are you going to do in this game?
I'm going to tell you today at the very end of the show because I got to listen to Lee Sterling.
That doesn't work for the lead.
It doesn't really. It really doesn't. I'll tell you where I'm leaning right now.
Yeah.
I'm leaning towards the Kansas City Chiefs. Andy Reid coming off a bye or having 2 weeks to prep is unbelievable. Look at his record. It's ridiculous. The Eagles, are they very good? Absolutely. But did they have the easiest schedule? Absolutely. Look at the quarterbacks that the Eagles had to go against this year. It's like a who's who of a bunch of losers. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, I don't even know how to explain it. I don't even know how they got so lucky. Look at their path to the playoffs. We knew the Giants weren't any good. Come on, man. Beginning of the year, yeah, the Giants made the playoffs. The NFC was weak. The NFC at least was the best conference in football. I mean, come on, what are we talking about? What are we talking about here? They gave up 35 points to Jared Goff and the Lions. They gave up 33 to Aaron Rodgers and the Packers. They gave up 40 to the Dallas Cowboys. Now, they just walked into the playoffs. I mean, how lucky did they get that Brock Purdy got injured on the very first drive? You can sit there and say Hassan Reddick injured him. No, it wasn't like a big hit. My man was throwing the football. It just got his elbow in a certain way. Bad things happened. The 49ers were down to their fourth-string quarterback. I don't think people remember. You know who Kansas City beat last week?
Who, John?
That dude, Joe Cool, and the Cincinnati Bengals with all their weapons. Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd, Hayden Hurst.
Second best quarterback in the league, according to you.
JoJo Burrow. And they held on at home to beat them. Kansas City also played a good Jacksonville team. Kansas City has the better defensive coordinator. I like Gannon, don't get me wrong.
Not Rich.
No. Jonathan.
Bring Gannon.
But I think Spags is going to make Jalen Hurts beat them downfield with the vertical pass. He's been 1 for 7 in those passes in the postseason. Ever since he's hurt his shoulder, he's been a little bit off. Was during the regular season one of the best deep ball passers, period. Yes, he was. You got Devontae Smith, you got A.J. Brown, and he throws a good ball. It just hasn't come. He hasn't got that touchback since that injury. I don't know what it is. I do expect him to throw. I do expect it to be a good game. But, man, 15 is that dude.
You saw what Robbie Gould said?
No.
Robbie Gould yesterday, this is according to the Sporting News, said, if you make Jalen Hurts sit in the pocket and play quarterback, you're probably going to have a pretty solid day on defense.
That's what I believe.
How about that?
I
love
feeling.
players giving criticism to Jalen Hurts like I do.
Dude, I love it.
Makes me feel like I can play
Jalen Hurts did get second in the MVP votes.
Yeah, what a bum.
But 48 out of 50 gave Pat Mahomes.
He's like Baker Mayfield.
So I guess
you're
taking
roster.
Kansas. Right now I'm leaning Kansas City, but I want to talk with Lee Sterling. I also want to see T-Money and Brasky pick so I can fade them.
I'm on Kansas City. My favorite bet I made, this is the first bet I made on the Super Bowl, under 10.5 penalties accepted, prop bet.
Under
10.5.
Okay.
Made that last Monday.
I like it. I saw one out there. Champagne Poppy turned me onto this one.
That's where we get our gambling advice, Drake.
Yeah.
That's no worse than T-Money and Brasky.
No, it is not. It is absolutely not. But he bet $30,000 that Kansas City would score in both halves. I kind of like that bet.
Me too.
I like it. Don't touch the dial on the other side. It's time to talk a little NBA with Jay Ham. Don't forget at noon, we got all your Super Bowl plays, your bets with Lee Sterling of Paramount Sports, and T-Money and Brasky to close things out. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Broadcasting from the Family Leisure Studio, we are Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Hey y'all, it's the Mid-South Sports Boat and RV Show, February 17th through the 19th at the Agri Center. Come buy your new boat and make some memories at the lake this summer with family and friends. Premier dealers showcasing the newest ski boats, pontoons, fishing boats with huge show specials. Enter your chance to win daily door prizes like a surfboard from Counts Marine and much more. It's all at the Mid-South Sports Boat and RV Show, February 17th through the 19th. For more info, go to memphisboatshow.com. That's memphisboatshow.com.
At the Agri Center.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Add a little excitement to your sports watching experience by betting on all the action on FanDuel Sportsbook. There's a reason why FanDuel is America's #1 sports book. Their app is simple to use. They've got great odds on all different betting markets, unique, fun bet types like same-game parlay, and exclusive, always-on promotions such as enhanced odds boosts on the biggest events to let you get more action out of every game day. And if you win, they even get you your winnings safely in as little as 24 hours. If you've never tried FanDuel Sportsbook, what are you waiting for? Download the FanDuel Sportsbook app to get started and be sure to sign up with promo code CASH so they know I sent you. That's FanDuel Sportsbook, promo code CASH. Must be 21 and older and present in Tennessee. First online real money wager only. $10 first deposit required. Bonus issued is non-withdrawable site credit that expires 14 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See full terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call the Tennessee Red Line at 1-800-889-9789.
Corky's Barbecue.
Hi, Jimmy Stovall here with Corky's Barbecue. We have been helping Memphians with their celebrations for more than 38 years. Whether you're picking up one of our party packs to serve yourself or booking one of our private dining rooms at our Cordova location or our Olive Branch location, Corky's has you covered. We make it easy for you to impress your guests for company parties, sports banquets, or reunions. Corky's has been trusted year after year for all of your party needs. Call today and reserve your private party room before your date is booked.
Flavor. Corky's Barbecue.
Come out to 10th Inning Sports Bar and Grill for the Big Game Showdown. February 12th starting at 5 p.m. Half-price select appetizers, drink and bucket of beer specials, and food specials. Plenty of TVs to watch the big game. It's going to be a super day for football at the #1 sports bar in DeSoto County. Plus, Sports 56 very own Johnny Radio will have some giveaways and your chance to win some prizes. Big Game Showdown Watch Party, February 12th, 10th Inning Sports Bar and Grill, Getwell Road here in South Haven. Listen Sundays at 11 a.m. to join Idlewild Presbyterian Church for worship. Idlewild is a PCUSA church located in Midtown Memphis.
Now you want to get nuts? Come on, let's get nuts.
Now back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Yo, 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 yo. Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. Jay Morgan is in the house. We also got Jay Ham in the hizzy. You know where he's at, 94 Feet Historian on the Twitter. Check him out his YouTube channel. It's youtube.com/C, then /SCEN1. Jay, who do you have in the big game, sir?
Well, in the battle of Malcolm and Eddie, being Kansas City, versus Abbott Elementary in Philadelphia, we're going to roll with Abbott Elementary this time in a close one.
So that means you're going with Kansas City?
No.
Philadelphia.
You
got the Eagles in a close one. I hope it's a good game. I think it's going to be a great game.
I think it will be as well.
I thought you might say the big game tonight, Timberwolves Grizzlies. Memphis 7-point favorite tonight.
Memphis with the win and the cover.
I like it. I like it. Do you? We got to talk a little bit about yesterday's trade deadline. I just want your first impressions. What pops to head when you think about yesterday's trade deadline?
You remember the past couple weeks or whatever that I've been saying that the NBA is like in a state of trance because they don't know what the hell is going on.
Yep.
Yesterday was a result. The last couple of days was somewhat a result of that, and we still don't know what's going on.
I know one thing. The Suns got a lot better, though.
They got a lot better, but then they got a lot better in terms of being able to score the basketball, which you're going to have to be able to do. But can they physically hold up? And they gave a whole lot away on the perimeter on the defensive end of the floor. It's interesting because they can really do it, but it's just you still got the questions there.
I know one thing. You don't have to question their ability to score the basketball going forward.
But I do like the fact that they pushed their chips to the middle and
said we're all in
to Durant for the next three. Because they were about to make the move for John Collins, but then once they saw that it could be possible and play for KD, they pretty much left Atlanta on red. They stopped answering the phone for a while.
Wow, so you have GMs with their red receipts on. I don't think I think they turn them off, Jay. I don't think they want people to know when they read or don't
But
read.
that's what happened.
That is what happened. What do you think about the Nets? I mean, Mikal Bridges is I went through Mikal Bridges' game logs this morning, and it's like 25, 26, 28, 30, 25, 22, 24.
You're my kind of guy because you go on game logs, whether it's on NBA.com, Basketball Reference. I'm shouting out all the reference sites because I use those as well.
So what do you think about the Nets getting Cam Johnson, a good player?
Cam Johnson, did he get in trouble last night? Didn't he say a little derogatory slam, or am I crazy? Yeah, that was him.
What'd he say?
Hold on. Y'all keep talking.
Okay, so they got
Cam Thomas you're referring to.
Oh, was it Cam Thomas?
Actually, Mikal Bridges said the S word.
It was Cam Thomas for Brooklyn.
Right.
Not Cam Jordan. You're right.
Mikal Bridges was interviewed. He actually said the S word on TNT, but I'm looking at it like all elite wrestling dudes that does that every Wednesday.
It's cable. You can say whatever you want on cable.
Right, on TNT.
But so they got Mikal Bridges, Cam Johnson. Cam Thomas scored 40 3 games in a row. Spencer Dinwiddie comes to town. Nick Claxton is one of the best post defenders on ball and off the ball in the NBA. What do you think about how the Nets are set up going forward? Let's look at this year and then going forward to the future.
I said this last night on our 94 Feet of Life special. We just decided to jump on them. They go live. No cause, no purpose. Once we saw Kevin get moved, it's like, we'll be live tonight. We're just going to talk whatever happens. The Knicks and the Nets, both, while they're the largest market, I think they're probably going to have to function in a small market mindset in terms of how they build and construct going forward. The Nets saw that going the superstar route and catering to that, it didn't work out for them. Whether you want to blame them, whoever you want to blame for it, it just didn't work out. In return, they got back a lot of hoopers.
Yeah, and a lot of picks, too.
And
a lot of picks, a lot of hoopers, and
but they're good right now.
They still can stay competitive, you know what I'm saying, right now. Now, they're not going to be a threat to get out of the Eastern Conference, but they can make a series go 6-7 and make it very stressful.
Shoot, this is a team, though, that can make the playoffs still over there.
I think they will.
I think they'll make the playoffs, too. I'm just saying, Kevin Durant was injured. Kyrie wanted out. They had to get, move James Harden. They got something back worse in return, and Ben Simmons, who's now going to be, coming off the bench, not scoring, doing God knows what.
He played solid last night. But it's also
that's a good roster with Bridges and Nick Claxton playing defense on the inside outside.
They got players, It's just a matter of how
they
go about constructing it. They're gonna sell tickets because it's New York City anyway. And kind of the same thing with the Knicks. They're gonna sell tickets. They're gonna be competitive. They're gonna give you some hope, but you're probably not with the guys that they have built around and they're giving the big money to on both sides. You know what I'm saying? It's not nothing that's gonna get them over the top, but they can be competitive.
But don't you also have to say in the same breath, I've heard some people say that this is horrible. Oh, they finally actually started winning some games, et cetera, and then they gave up. They only won, and I'm talking about the last 4 years, the KD, Kyrie era. They won one playoff series in the last 4 years. Didn't they have to blow this bad boy up? And I really actually, as much as we killed Sean Marks and Joe Tsai yesterday, I think they finally, in the last 4 years, did something right.
Well, they cleaned up a mess.
Yeah, they cleaned up a mess as best as you can.
You could, you know what I'm saying? So, and the going the superstar route didn't work for them. Maybe they could try it down the road with a different mindset of a player, different player in general. We'll see. But they clear up some cap space and whatnot, but still stay competitive. Hey, I've been saying this about Memphis forever. I'd rather be competitive than dominant in the lottery on a routine basis. I'm cool with going to the playoffs and not having a chance, but you're in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? They playing, they battling.
They didn't have to mortgage right now in order to prepare for the future. With 4 picks and having all those good players, it's a good situation for them. Another team, we talked about the Suns getting KD. We just talked about that trade.
Shoot, I got to ask him a quick question first and foremost, because I want to stick in the East before I bounce back over to the West, which is deep. I want to know about the Bucks. Did they do enough? You go out there and you get Crowder. You got stronger, but is it enough to compete with Boston? Because they're the top 2 teams in the East by far.
Boston is, I think, the consensus favorite, but I don't think it's a lead pipe lock.
Mm-mm.
Mainly because
Grayson Allen's hitting shots. No, I'm just kidding.
If that would have happened, you like
no
that.
Kidding, ain't doing nothing.
But you'll be in trouble because you still got to deal with 34.
Mm-hmm.
And
he went off for 38 last night against the Lakers. They
he,
looked like they were sleepwalking through three quarters.
All they need,
till the third quarter.
All they need to do is get to May.
And that's 9 straight for the Bucks, by the way.
Get to May, be as healthy as they can be, and let's see where it goes.
Who did win outside the Suns and maybe the Mavs? I'll take the Mavs out of there too. Outside of the people that got KD and Kyrie, or maybe throw them in there. Who do you think won? Made the biggest difference yesterday? Who won the trade deadline outside of those two teams?
Toronto.
Really?
By not moving anybody.
Well, getting Podol, though.
Added something.
Because they've been starting Siakam at the 5. And I love Siakam. He's one of my favorite players in the league. But he's not a 5 traditionally. They got beat
so by
up
not
inside.
getting rid of like OG and everybody wanted him, that was
they'll still be competitive too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and they got dudes over there that know how to win, even though they don't have the pieces to necessarily get there. But anything can be possible, man. You know, availability is the biggest key to going forward.
The team that I thought that my mind went to with that question would be the Clippers, adding Eric Gordon and Bones Highland. What do you think about their additions?
I like that, and I like the one move that the Nuggets made as well. Try to shore themselves up, you know, with some extra defensive and, you know, athleticism in and around the rim, which they'll need. I still think that the Nuggets may be one real dog away from making me believe.
And that's crazy. Thomas Bryant requested a trade when Anthony Davis came back. He thought he had done enough. It's not crazy he thought he had done enough. He'd played good basketball. He thought he had done enough to stay in the starting lineup with Anthony Davis, who doesn't want to play the 5.
And I don't want to leave them out either, even though you said we're going to shift over to the West. But to look at them and I'm like, they got enough to at least climb from 13 to get back into the hunt.
Certainly so.
And if they get in the hunt, we've all pretty much said that's a problem.
Oh, because of LeBron James? Yeah. Or because we know Anthony Davis will get hurt after
We
the
don't
first
know
series?
that, John. We don't know it.
Now, that I stay away from. Y'all janky with that.
Exactly. That's what I told him.
Mocking injuries thing.
That's what I tell him.
No. I don't mock injuries. I'm just saying. Now, Anthony Davis, he was like clipping his fingernails, and they cut one of his cuticles, and he didn't play for a week.
All right. We don't have to entertain that, Jay. I don't have to entertain John's tomfoolery. What about the Warriors getting Gary Payton II back, going to get Kevin Knox to get Gary Payton II back? And I want to ask you about James Wiseman, too. But first, what do you think about the Warriors? That clearly indicates that they were upset. They were disappointed in themselves for letting him go to begin with.
We made a point about this when we were talking about Brooklyn last night as well as Golden State. Sometimes your GMs, when they'll hit, then they'll miss one. They missed one with James Wiseman. There's no knock on James Wiseman. It just didn't work out there. You know,
no, it did not.
And it's okay because now he can go somewhere. He can get a chance to develop still and do his thing and grow. He's back with Precious now, right? No, that's
Toronto.
Yeah, he's got Jalen Duran. That's right.
Jalen Duran, yeah.
Right. So I think it'll be cool for, you know, saying him going forward. But with Golden State, watch that perimeter defense go back to what it was.
Sir, and they
got the dog back that they need, and they got my man White Dante who got that same kind.
So the glove Deuce is going to be able to take care of that business for him.
If you got that kind of cat that's that athletic that you can go sick on anybody.
Well, and you go from stretching to have to play 8 guys in a rotation to have 8 guys you can play comfortably and maybe even 9 if need be, and that makes them a lot better. Let's go back to James Wiseman going to Detroit. Obviously, like you said, didn't work out in Golden State. They're not in a position for that kind of development right now. You either got it or you don't for them. Right. What do you see about his development in Detroit? It's a very low-risk, high-reward situation. Even if he doesn't pan out at all, it doesn't matter a lot to the Pistons, right?
Who's the head coach over there?
It's Dwayne Casey, isn't it?
Who's great at doing stuff like that anyway.
He's just a good basketball coach.
Right, you know what I'm saying? So I think he'll have the patience there. They'll take the time with him, and they won't rush him along. And you're coming off injuries and things of that nature, too, that they kind of can rattle the confidence. He can do a lot. He can shape things differently for a player, especially, you know, that's that young. How old is James Wiseman?
22, 23.
You got Jaden Ivey, who's a baby. Wiseman's a baby.
But Wiseman
Gurn's
might not
get.
I don't even think Wiseman's going to get 21. Excuse me. I don't even think Wiseman's going to get playing time right now. he might even play G League basketball because they've got Isaiah Stewart and Jalen Duren. I think Isaiah Stewart's hurt right now, but those two guys, and Duren's coming on too. There's no spot for him now. It's straight development time for Wiseman.
Straight development time, and then on
Kate
top
Cunningham's
of
a baby.
That's right.
They don't really figure it out in this league till you get about 24, 25, 26 in terms of just hitting the stride where they got it figured out. They know how to train properly. They know about the nutrition that's needed. They know how to, just prep in general, prep, recover, everything. And the part of that, what he learned, he will take some stuff with him to Detroit that, that he learned in the Bay Area that he'll benefit going forward.
That's one thing. I like going to Detroit. I thought maybe the Rockets, because it's the same situation as Detroit in that it is a high reward, super low risk. You're not winning now anyway. Sure, Wiseman a top 5 lottery pick. We could take it on, and then they would give up. I thought the Rockets, because Eric Gordon goes to the Warriors, he makes a difference with them right away. And I think the same, obviously Kevin Knox didn't play in there, but they got a difference maker right away and got rid of something they weren't really willing to put up with.
The Warriors can be right back in June.
Dude, the whole West, though, right now, you can make an argument for 7 teams in the West.
Especially if the Suns stay down there 7-8 seed, or if the Pelicans get healthy with Zion and their 7-8 seed. How can you? This is a great question.
If the Memphis Grizzlies get back the missing link, Steven Adams.
How can you feel comfortable in any seed? It's all about the matchup you're going to get in the first round. You might be more comfortable as a 4 seed than you would be as a 2 seed.
I'm going to defend 12 on this one. This has to be said because I think it can be taken into a different context.
12 Ja Morant or 12
Ja Morant.
12 seed? Okay.
Yeah, 12 Ja Morant. When he said he's not worried about anybody in the West, but he specifically said the Celtics.
Best team in the league.
He's looking at them as a blueprint model for what the young team how the young team needs to grow and to get to that point. If it happens in 2023, great. We want it to happen, but in reality, it's like you still got killers in the West. The Western Conference is still the Western Conference. It's always, for the most part, been the stronger of the two, just in general. Historically, it has been, especially since you go to, like, modern NBA. Magic Bird, 16-team playoffs, the whole deal. The West is generally, I think we've had 2 seasons where the West has had 50 win. 8 teams win 50.
You're right.
And, we
my entire childhood was West dominated.
Right. So, championship can be one thing, the finals, but in terms of just the balance of power is normally in the West. That hasn't changed. The East has better balance now. But when you look at it, it's like, okay, we're about, 4.5 from Denver. Sacramento's 2 back from us, something like that, and then everything else is sandwiched with pretty much a 5-game block.
I think the 12 seed is like 4 games out of third place or something like that.
This is not like that far. The stretch run of the last 25, 30 games is going to be something real,
It's like 3 seasons in the NBA now. It's before the trade deadline, after the trade deadline, and then the playoffs.
Especially when you have no clear-cut dominant favorite that we're used to seeing. We're used to seeing it every year for the most part, but we really don't have one now.
Well, we got to talk LeBron James and so much more. We got one more segment. We got to take a quick little break.
I got to defend LeBron.
We also, I know you're going to defend him. I'm sure you are. Y'all love him.
And 2-on-1 LeBron talk.
But I want to tell everybody out there, also, if you need to sell your house, I got it sold for you right now. 2 shakes of a lamb's tail, bing, bang, boom. All you have to do is jot this number down, put it in your phone, save it, memorize it, whatever. It's 901-406-1101. That's 901-406-1101. You call my buddy Bill at I Buy Houses, bing, bang, boom. I just sold your house, guaranteed to close in 5 days. North Mississippi, North Memphis, downtown, midtown, East Memphis, Collierville, Arlington. If you can hear my voice, he'll buy your house. Again, guaranteed to close in 5 days. Any house, any area, as simple as that. 901-406-1101. Call my buddy Bill at I Buy Houses. Back in 2 Shake Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
We are real sports talk. Sports 56 WHBQ. Available on your radio dial at 560 AM and 98.5 FM, as well as around the world online at sports56whbq.com. Take us with you everywhere by downloading the Sports 56 app. And at home, just say, Alexa, play Sports 56. Wherever you are, stay tuned in to Real Sports Talk. Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
I'm Gary York. I'm the service director at Lexus of Memphis. Our service department wants to be more than just a place where you get your oil changed. We do glass repair, windshield replacement, recalibration of your camera and sonar systems, even wheel repair, tire replacement, all the things you would expect from a luxury automotive dealer. Please check out our website. You can schedule your appointment, check out our specials, hours of operation, or if you'd like to do it in person, please reach out to one of our associates at 901-271-5199.
This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. When you're at your best, you can do great things. Working with a therapist can help you get closer to the best version of yourself. Because when you feel empowered, you're more ready for life's challenges. BetterHelp is a great therapy option. It's flexible, affordable, entirely online, and it matches you with a licensed therapist. Let therapy help empower you. Visit BetterHelp.com/tryit to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp.com/tryit.
I always wanted to learn Spanish, but I never thought I'd have the time. Then I discovered Babbel.
Babbel's lessons are fun. They only take like 10 or 15 minutes, and in 3 weeks, presto, you're starting to speak another language, like magic.
I love that Babbel's lessons aren't just robots talking. They're voiced by native speakers, so you get the pronunciation just right.
If you want to learn a language, there's no faster, easier, better way than
Babbel.
Babbel.
Babbel. Go to Babbel.com to try for free. That's BABBEL.com. Babbel.com.
A good friend of mine told me about this awesome place for lunch.
Oh, yeah? What's the name?
Neil's Grill and Bar, where the fat man rocks. Everybody knows Neil.
Where's it located?
It's located in Yorkshire Square off Quince.
And what's it like?
The best lunch place in Memphis. You know, like real mashed potatoes and gravy. Everything is made from scratch. Monday through Friday, daily lunch specials like Monday, baked chicken, Italian Tuesday, spaghetti, ravioli, Italian spinach, delicious fried catfish, fried chicken livers every Wednesday, Friday, Salisbury steak, barbecue chicken, or if you just want a vegetable plate, the best veggies in town.
What about the lunch price?
Meat and 2 veggies, $8.95. Meat and 3 veggies, $10.95. And veggie plate, $9.95. Big fat boy portions, man.
Man, you're making me hungry.
Come hear the best live local music at Neil's. Eddie Smith plays Sundays 5 to 9, Mondays karaoke, Tuesdays Debbie Jameson, Wednesdays Elmo and the Shades, Thursdays John Williams and the A440 Band at Neil's.
Where the fat man rocks.
The only power source capable of generating 1.21 gigawatts of electricity is a bolt of lightning.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. Jay Morgan is in the house. We got Jay Ham, 94 feet historian. We're talking all things NBA. I got to ask him real quick, though. We talked about the West. We talked about the East. We talked about moves all over the place. Are you feeling Luke Kennard? Is that
like
enough?
Skywalker, I like that.
For the Grizzlies. Thank you, Jay. Thank you.
I'm a Duke basketball guy. Of course I'm riding with Luke. Luke can put the ball in the basket, man.
All right. Luke can put the ball in the basket, but is he enough right now for this Grizzlies team to actually compete with all the moves that were made yesterday over in the West?
I mean,
you hope so.
I would hope he could find the spot. You know what I'm saying? It's a dude that can come in, he can make shots, you can put him on the line. He's safe there, which, of course, you know, here in Memphis, we're pretty much cursed at the free throw line just from a historical standpoint, regardless of, you know, college or pro. But I like it. I mean, it's cool. I get the grumbling about not being able to move the villain. I understand that.
Didn't even shop him, they announced this morning.
Well, I mean.
So what are they going to do at the end of the year?
I think they just letting them. They
just going to use him up. They paid him, and then they going to let him just go do his thing.
I mean, now it's pretty much up to, if he's going to get paid, it's going to be based off of what happens, how he gets down.
So you don't think this indicates that they're going to attempt at least to re-sign him this offseason?
I think that's what they may try, but
he's going to be get a lot of money from somewhere,
and he could get the most here
because of the way the NBA contract rules work.
Right, he can get the most. They can offer him the most.
Well, that's a good sign, right?
And then you can get
not necessarily. Are they really going to give him all that money?
And then you get birds rights on him, so you can retain pretty much and go over the cap.
If he would quit shooting 12 times a game, I'd tell him bring him back. Cut that thing down to 5.
Well, unless they're elbow and short corner jumpers.
Or if he's hitting people in the balls.
He's a good mid-range scorer.
He's a good mid-range.
John doesn't like when I say that.
He doesn't ever shoot for the mid-range.
He does a lot.
He either loses control going to the basket or he bricks a three-pointer.
If I could defend, those were open shots, and I understand they didn't go in, but it's not like
Do you know why they're
taking,
open? Because they know he can't shoot it.
Well, they were late. I mean, they fair enough. But I really don't have a problem with Dylan scoring.
I don't have a problem with scoring. I have a problem with him shooting.
Shooting.
Because that doesn't always lead to scoring.
You got me on that
You
one.
love his confidence, but
Let him. He's playing defense on the best player every night. You get a couple of shots, man.
Lizzo is confident, but she ain't putting the ball in the hoop.
But he could go off for, like, when guys were hurt, he was going off for 20 or so a night and stuff like that. Now, a lot of those, like I'm saying, is mid-range, and you seem to have the biggest problem with, I think most people, not just you,
the three,
had the biggest problem with him taking too many threes, and they allowed that to cloud their judgment of him taking every shot, maybe. Not you, I'm saying most people.
That's what it is. That's exactly what it is. I think the people really get triggered by not just him shooting, it's the fact that they shoot that many anyway. People still really have not gotten accustomed to they're shooting the ball from deep now. It just is what it is. You got to be able to make that shot now. That's where the game flows. Well, they're not going to the post. Where do you have room to operate from the post in a 16 to 14 to 16 second possession? It's not there. Not like that. So you're going to
Unless you got one of these behemoths like the
in February, Dylan Brooks is shooting 15% from three.
But he's
in
having
January,
a career.
he shot 21%. In December, he shot a whopping 35.
No one's arguing though.
So it's just getting worse and worse.
He's in a bad stretch. No one's arguing that he should be taking all these threes though. He's not an adept three-point shooter. I don't have a problem with him taking them, but for him to say not shooting, I think he's probably the best mid-range scorer on the team.
At that point, it becomes...
He's taking 293s, man.
It becomes an XO thing.
But he's shooting at a similar, I think a little bit lower than Jaren, but a similar clip to Ja, and no one seems to have a problem with Ja shooting 31%. In fact, Ja shooting a lower percentage than he has in years past, and people are saying, wow, he's gotten so much better at three. So at some point, it's all about perception.
He looks confident.
Exactly.
That's why.
Also because he is 12 and he's Ja.
That's part of it.
But you know what I mean? It is all about perception to a certain point.
I don't know if you know this, but perception's reality, brother.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That was very Hulkamania.
It's like
the whole
sitting in the middle of the ring like Hulkamania. Is that what you were doing to me?
See, okay, now we're talking about promos. What's this promo that you just cut on LeBron about,
Oh, yeah, we got to talk about LeBron.
They gave that man a moment.
Dude, okay, can I ask you something? Hold up. I turned it on TNT because, I took the Bucks last night. I'm going to watch a little basketball, and I'm watching, I thought it was a retirement speech. These are my five. This is my starting five. Blow me kisses. And then he goes and he sits on the bench and watches the game. And then he takes two goats out to dinner in L.A. and parties until 2 o'clock in the morning. Wait a second. You can party till 2 a.m., but you can't take your butt on the basketball court after they just celebrated you?
Yeah, I agree.
You know why he can do that?
Because he's LeBron James.
Because he has the most points in the history of the league.
That 20 years in.
Top three scorer every year.
6 losses in the finals.
But been there 10 times.
Hey, you got to have sustained.
4 times, okay?
You got to have sustained success.
Hey, by the way, and let's also be real. Let's be real. He should only have 2. He should only have 2 because Ray Allen won him one with that corner 3, and then Draymond Green lost him one by losing his damn mind against the Cavs.
Took the game to overtime.
See, exactly.
He took over.
Yeah, but it was over.
Right.
It was over if he misses. The series is over. The series was over if he misses. Was the series over if he missed?
Yeah, you're right.
And you know
but
what?
he took over in overtime.
You want to know another reason why the series wasn't over? Because somebody missed when Kawhi missed those free throws.
That's right.
And you know what? That is a very good point. That is a very good point. And hey, listen, let me tell you something. Kawhi.
Overrated?
I have to say.
Oh, he's got to get on the court,
He's actually got the best mid-range game that I've seen. He's a lot better than your boy Dylan Brooks.
But he doesn't play on the Grizzlies, and so when I say Dylan's the best mid-range scorer on the Grizzlies, he doesn't include Kawhi Leonard.
Well, he ain't no Kawhi.
Well, that's a fair. You know what, John? I'll give you that one. Dylan Brooks, not as good as Kawhi Leonard. Very good. I agree.
This is very fair.
I agree with that. You got me on that one.
Yeah, we can't even. There's no rebuttal for that one.
And then last but not least, though, Grizzlies going to dominate Minnesota tonight. They're going to start winning because they're 2-8 in their last 10. They have not looked very good, and I'm being dead serious when I say this. Did you ever think that the missing link, Steven Adams, that's my new nickname for him, the missing link.
I like it.
I love it. I mean, he looks straight up like the missing link. Did you know that before this injury, did you know how important he was to the team, especially defensively?
I did, but are you referring to the movie The Missing Link or the wrestler The Missing Link?
No, the missing link, like
the missing link that we haven't figured out
evolution
how
from Neanderthals.
Okay.
Yeah, like he's the dude.
Because he looks halfway like a Neanderthal and halfway like a modern human.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, he's the oldest dude on the squad. Especially
29.
Especially now that Dan's gone, that Danny Green is out of here. He hasn't won a championship, but he's that piece that you need to win a championship in terms of the stability and keeping things balanced on the floor. It's almost kind of like we saw that, I mentioned this before, I think a couple weeks ago, when Tayshaun Prince was still active.
Yep.
And just Tayshaun just being on the floor just kept things at a pace.
Man,
Kyle
so
Anderson kind of has that same flow, that I think we miss.
I love that guy.
You know what I'm saying, with Kyle Anderson.
He's named two of my favorite Grizzlies ever.
See what I'm saying? for ultimately the same reason.
Yeah, that's right.
You know what I'm saying? Just the cool pace that they keep everything on. It's like they don't necessarily do anything great, but they don't do nothing bad at all.
Imagine young Tayshaun in a modern NBA. That'd be crazy.
Man, you need to do me a favor. We got to bounce. We got Super Bowl on the other side, so you got to help me out and tell me where can I find you? Plug away.
I am at 94 Feet Historian on Twitter. YouTube.com/at94 Feet of Life. I don't know what we're doing on our show this coming week, but we put down a couple episodes this week. Views for the 22, we're doing some Super Bowl Sunday. Probably going to be on like marathon style, so we're going to be kind of like doing a Super Bowl party deal. We'll do it live. You can join us on that one. I think that one is like youtube.com/SENE1.
That's it. And don't forget, every single Friday right here. Don't y'all dare touch the dial. Lee Sterling from Paramount Sports is next. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
In my head. All day I pray for you because you're my favorite tree. You're my everyday Valentine.
Hey Memphis, this is Johnny B at the Memphis Music Room. Join us on Saturday, February 11th for Terrence Love, Lessons on Love, with special guests, Lena J.
Sight of what is
Ariel Rain. And Tim Walker with Can't Keep Chasing.
I'd rather have you than gravity, 'cause you keep me lifted. And that makes a difference. That makes a difference.
If you're looking for something special to do on Valentine's Day with that one that you love, then you've got to be at Lessons on Love with Parents Love. February 11th, Saturday night. Get your tickets at memphismusicroom.com.
Hiring can be a headache. That's why there's Indeed, the hiring platform that removes the hassle. Sponsor a job and immediately get a short list of quality candidates. And you can schedule and conduct video interviews right on their site. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
It's O-Rewards Bonus Points Month at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Shop in-store or online to earn points and get rewarded at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Case IH is a proud supporter of the Mississippi Farm Bureau, and thanks to a membership benefits partnership, Mississippi Farm Bureau members receive a discount of up to $500 on every qualifying Case IH tractor and piece of equipment you purchase. This discount may be used with other promotions, rebates, or offers. So join Mid-South Ag Equipment and the Mississippi Farm Bureau and pocket up to $500 in savings. Call Mid-South Ag at 662-890-3141 to get your discount today.
We are Sports 56, WHBQ Memphis, and W253DF Memphis. Flynn Broadcasting Stations.
4.9-liter V8, 0 to 60, and I'm about to find out.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. Jay Morgan Harder's in the house. It's time to talk about the big game, man. We got Lee Sterling from Paramount Sports. Go to ParamountSports.com. He's got all kinds of great stuff up there for the big game. We're also going to talk to him about just basically everything from the prop bets to who's going to win. We got Chris Stapleton, overs and under. His daughter, who's also a singer, was a great cheerleader, went to Miami. Sweet little angel. Well, she has won, I believe, 9 in a row when it comes to hitting the over and under on the national anthem. But let's bring in Lee Sterling. Lee, what's up, my man?
How are you? Actually, my oldest was the one that was the cheerleader. The other one, the youngest, is the singer.
Oh, my gosh, my bad.
Yeah.
I get these things confused sometimes.
And I'm the one with no talent.
It's set for picking games because you had a great year this year, and you're looking to get your 4th winning Super Bowl prediction in the last 5 years. I'll take that anytime. Tell us a little bit about Paramount Sports, what you got going over there for the big game.
Oh, it's a huge weekend here. So here's what's going on. We got the Super Bowl game. You can get our Super Bowl selection, gamer total, plus the top 10 prop plays. We're going to also add in a couple bonus plays. Just $97. Last year was $197. We're going for our 4th win in the last 5 years. Last 5 years, we've had a winning record also on our prop plays. So just $97. You want to enjoy the game and hopefully wager on it and win on it. We have that for you. UFC 284 pay-per-view. That's going on Saturday night. Possibly, they say it's trending to be the most watched UFC event ever. We have 7 selections there, including a rare 50-unit max wager, just $47, and we're so sure we're going to have a winning card there. If we don't have a winning card, you get the rest of February for free there in basketball. How about this? 11 straight winning days. So we've won every single month in basketball. You want to get involved, we lowered it, just $397. That's right. Get the rest of college basketball, March Madness, NBA regular season, and the playoffs through mid-June. $397, ParamountSports.com.
ParamountSports.com, Lee Sterling. I'm telling you right now, he is the best. I appreciate him joining me every single year. We talk college football. We talk the NFL. He's here for the big game. But again, his UFC picks and having a 50-star play, a 50-unit play, I'm probably going to have to get in on this. And the other thing I was going to tell you, Lee, though, I want to like, this might be a little bit dangerous, but I got to tell you a little secret that I've been doing. You know the live betting that you get?
Mm-hmm.
So I've watched tons of college basketball, and I know it's kind of makes your eyes bleed a little bit, according to Jay, because the guys can't put the ball in the hole like the NBA.
You mean like the 45-43 game last Saturday?
Yes,
that came
exactly.
Tennessee and Auburn?
Whew, that was painful. And I had the under in that game, and it was still painful for me to watch. But that was the easiest win I've ever had. One thing that I've started doing, it doesn't happen all the time, but if I see a college basketball game and they make 4 to 5 shots in a row kind of quickly, like come down, hit a 3, out break, that line I've noticed will shoot up almost like 10 points with the quickness. Go under that junt, and I've hit it about an 80% clip. As of late. So I was just throwing out there, you think that's wise, or is that just a little, I'm just getting lucky?
I mean, in the short run, you get some runs like that. There's one hockey team, I think, that scored first, something like 38 out of the last 39 games. So you get some runs, and you enjoy it, and then if you lose, 2 or 3 in a row, then might have ended.
Might have ended and just take on some other things. Now, all right, let's get into it. What do you want to start with today?
Let's start with some player props, okay? So I'm looking for value here. You don't want to play 40 or 50 prop wagers. But I think the biggest value here is on Kenneth Gainwell from Memphis.
Ooh.
Over 19.5 rushing yards. So you're saying, why would you pick a back that plays mainly on third downs? Well, comes in on third downs, and then sometimes he'll stay 4 or 5 plays in a row. And he's dynamic. You know all about him. I projected him as having 37 rushing yards. I think this line's way off. Over 19.5 rushing yards for Kenneth Gainwell in the game.
Gainwell over.
Yeah, love that one. Did you spot that one?
I did, and I looked at it, and then I didn't even, because you know what happened. I was worried. Like I was like, you know what? The games have gotten out of hand the last 2. So if you look at his yards, I mean, he had 100 yards against the Giants. I was thinking that because it was a blowout, he was getting out, getting so much action. But no, you're actually right. They do put him in third down, then they'll go up tempo if they get the first down. And next thing you know, he's got 4 plays in a row.
All right, there you go. And he can rip off a 15, 20-yarder. Then another one, Juju Smith-Schuster, went out early, championship game. I think they're going to target him a bunch after Travis Kelce. Over 40 receiving yards. That seems low. We'll go over there. Also, Travis Kelce, I don't like to play first touchdown score. I've had some bad luck with some guys past Super Bowls going back. They would catch a ball or run a ball all the way down to the 1-yard line, get knocked out of bounds. Next play, quarterback throws it to a backup or a third-string tight end, touchdown. I don't get the payday. So we're going to go with Travis Kelce. Will he score a touchdown anytime during the game? I say yes, minus 120. And then finally, Philly kicker Jake Elliott, over 7.5
Another
points.
Memphis guy.
Yep, I think he flies over that. I think he ends up with 10 to 12 points in the game.
Over in points for Jake Elliott, anytime touchdown for Travis Kelce. And I saw this morning, and it took me off guard. Did you know that Travis Kelce is second all-time in the playoff ranks, only behind Jerry Rice in 3 categories? That would be touchdowns. Mm-hmm. He's got 15. That would be yards. He's got 1,467. And then receptions, he's got 127.
Yep.
I mean,
you're talking about in the playoffs.
In the playoffs, yes,
yeah,
just the playoffs.
Right.
He's only behind Jerry Rice. Mm-hmm. That is absolutely wild. So
it seems, and what's crazy is he's almost uncoverable. I mean, you would think with the receivers they have on that team, nothing special. They'd key on him even more, but just can't guard the guy.
Yeah, I was watching a little some film with him, and like they said, when they do double and triple team him, Patrick Mahomes is good enough. He just finds the open receiver, holds the ball a little bit longer. But, yeah, Kelce, he gave all the credit to Andy Reid for why he gets open so much. So those are our props. We got Jake Elliott over in points, Travis, anytime touchdown, Juju over 40 yards receiving, and Kenneth Gainwell over 19.5. All right, what else?
Let's look at some fun ones.
All right,
let's get fun ones here. So what's your favorite Gatorade?
The light blue.
The light blue. That's
cool blue, you mean, right?
That's right.
Cool blue. I would say probably the red.
Okay. All right. So, believe it or not, Cool Blue is the most bought Gatorade right now. I was shocked at that, even though it's my favorite, and then I like purple. But as far as sales, it goes Cool Blue, Fruit Punch, Lemon Lime, Glacier Freeze, Orange, and then Grape. 3 of the last 4 Super Bowls, blue has been poured on the head coach after the Super Bowl win. If it was like plus 200, plus 250, I might look at Fruit Punch because that's the color, for the Kansas City Chiefs. But I think these guys love drinking Cool Blue Gatorade. Tastes good, so I'm going to take the Cool Blue again. I'm going with blue plus 400 there.
Whoa.
Yep. Another cool one, cross wager prop. Toronto guard Fred VanVleet. Points scored in his game on Sunday. And also add in the assists. He averages 19.7 points per game and 6.5 assists per game versus the number of points scored by the Kansas City Chiefs. Okay. VanVleet averages, 27 if you add both together. Chiefs totals 50. Probably you have a little advantage here, but here's the big advantage. Toronto's playing at home against Detroit. The Pistons' defense is awful, giving up over 120 points 7 times in January, over 135 3 times in the month, including one game when they gave up 150. Even I could probably score 2 or 4 points in a game against the Detroit Pistons here. So I'm going to go with Fred VanVleet in that matchup versus the Kansas City Chiefs, points and assists totaling. Then
the former Shocker going to get it done.
Lee, that's the most fun prop bet I've ever heard.
All right, here we go. Biggest advantage, and one I usually knock down, is with my daughter's assist, the national anthem. So as you know, she comes off singing the national anthem for the Orange Bowl game, and she has won 8 straight overs and unders on it. And here's what she told me. She said, Dad, this guy, Chris Stapleton, is amazing. Incredible voice. So it started at a minute and 59.5 seconds. It's now at 2 minutes and 6 seconds. So she said he likes to hold the last note, but his phrasing before he gets to the last note and holding a note, she says, has gotten shorter over the last few years. She even said to me, she goes, we studied it. There is no record of him singing a national anthem at any major sporting event anywhere. So she said, Dad, I used to sing it at like a minute 40, minute 42. Now I'm singing it 158 to 202. She said, I think he's going to run through it quicker than most people would expect here. And she goes, here's the kicker. He's 44 years old. He has 5 kids. He's probably tired. And the gold standard is obviously Whitney Houston. Whitney Houston, no one will ever touch that national anthem that she sang. But Idina Menzel, over the last 10, 15 years, her voice is legendary. She sang it in only 2 minutes and 4 seconds. We think it's going under. We're going to go under 2 minutes and 6 seconds for Chris Stapleton of the national anthem. Looking for win number 9 in a row for my daughter there.
Ooh, he is Lee Sterling, Paramount Sports. Go to ParamountSports.com. If you want the picks, 800-400-9741. Now, I take it the main plays that you're doing, I take it you're doing the like the little totals and sides of the big game, huh?
Yep. So we're gonna give him the game. I think that the game here, look at Andy Reid, 28-4 with an extra week to prepare in his head coaching history is scary to go against. Patrick Mahomes, best quarterback in the NFL, but both Super Bowl games combined 2 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. If you look at the tape, only 1 good quarter. I think this Philadelphia defense is similar to Tampa Bay, scary good. 8 defensive linemen, they rotate in and out. They had 55 sacks, which leads the NFL. And that offensive line, 3 Pro Bowlers? Are you kidding me? I think as long as Hurts doesn't throw 2 or 3 interceptions, I think this game is going to go to the Philadelphia Eagles. Lay the 1.5 points. Philadelphia Eagles will be your Super Bowl champion 28-20.
Eagles minus the 1.5. And I got to say, this has been freaking me out. And I got to ask you this because I was all over the Eagles like early in this week. And then I started to wane. I started looking at like their schedule this year, and I was just trying to see that dominant play, like that dominant team. Yep. And they really did have like a pretty easy schedule this year, the Eagles themselves. So Kansas City playing that AFC was very tough. They beat the Bengals last week, took care of the Jags. You like the Eagles, and a lot of it has to do with what you think, that offensive line, the fact that they got more weapons. If you go 21 out of 22 players, like offense and defense,
they're Eagles probably 15, 14, 15 or better.
I think you're 100% right. I think you're 100%
I mean,
right.
Unless Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes are so on point, I think it's going to be tough for him.
I think you hey, I just now know who I'm taking, so I'm going to give my play. We're taking the Eagles. Go to ParamountSports.com, and again, call Lee, 800-400-9741. One more time, will you tell them about the treats that you got? You got a 50-unit play in the UFC, and you got all kinds of goodies going on.
Yeah, basketball on 11-day winning streak, including 3-0 yesterday, through the NBA Finals, everything. College basketball and NBA, $397. UFC, pay-per-view, $284. Might be the biggest one ever. 7 selections, $47, including that 50-unit max wager in the Super Bowl. Get our selection, gamer total, top 10 prop wagers. We've won every single year the last 5 years on the prop wagers, 3 to 4 on the Super Bowl. Just one place, ParamountSports.com.
Lee, be blessed and enjoy the game, my brother.
You too. Be safe.
That is Lee Sterling. Now, we got to tell you a little something, man. You a little hungry right now? You in the mood for maybe a salad with some salmon, maybe some chicken, maybe some shrimp? Well, go to Pimento's Burgers Bar and Grill. If you want a cocktail, they got a great happy hour from 3 to 7. In fact, Pimento's is so much more than just pimento cheese. Even though their pimento cheese is straight up fire, they are, again, so much more. They have appetizers, sliders, entrees, amazing salads, quesadillas, sandwiches, beautiful shrimp skewers, Atlantic salmon, Applewood smoked wings. Their wings are straight fire. And again, whenever the games are on, $2 draft beers. And again, their happy hour, $4 house wines, $4 house cocktails, 3 to 7 Monday through Friday, every day. Check out Pimento's Burgers Bar and Grill. They're out here in East Memphis, right there on Poplar at International Paper Drive. To be exact, they're at 6450 Poplar Avenue, Suite 123. We are going to Hardinwood.
This is Access
Holy
Hardinwood.
cow, Jay, I'm proud of you.
Why, John?
Because I didn't think you were going to be ready.
I'm like literally always ready, John. Like I'm so good at what I do. I never make a mistake, and you can bank on that. You can take that to the bank.
Take it to the bank. By the way, speaking of going to the bank, sounds like Cam Thomas is going to have to go to the bank. He got fined $40K $40K for using an anti-gay phrase. Did you hear his post-game interview?
No.
It was pretty funny. He said they talked about, I can't remember, they're like talking about, they were excited about the win, okay? And they were being a little playful. And then they talked about like somebody looking better than somebody else. And then he just came out and said, oh, no, we all had good-looking guys on this team. And then he said,
no.
You know what I'm saying?
I do.
And then he got fined $40K. But he did tweet out last night, hey, he said he definitely didn't intend to offend anyone. My bad. So he took.
It's probably something I should take out of my vernacular.
Yeah, you probably should, because today you're going to get in a lot of trouble.
Well, it's probably just not a good thing to say. That's a good point.
I mean, what are we going to get rid of every word? No, I'm just kidding, though. I
no,
totally
that's one. Not every word, but that's one I should probably remove.
I don't even know what the
vernacular.
exact word that he used.
It's, well, I can't say it, but you say, if you're a fan of Lil Wayne, he says it a lot. No blank.
I don't know that one.
I'll tell you.
But anyway, don't worry about
break.
it. I'll find out about it. Did you know that Brett Favre is suing Shannon Sharp and Pat McAfee?
I did.
Holy cow, for $100. Did you see how much he's suing him for?
I didn't see the amount. Tell me what it is.
Sorry, it's like $100 million or something stupid.
He apparently, this is what I heard. I heard he shopped the story. Like he sued him, and then he tried to not sell the story. I don't know. He shopped the story around to a bunch of different publications. No one would run with it until he got to the Daily Mail, which is a British publication, right?
I guess. I don't know. You think I read the Daily Mail, homie?
No, but you might know if it's British or not.
Nope, I don't know.
John, I've got a story for you.
Sure. Well, just hold on real quick. Pat McAfee, Shannon Sharp being sued. I don't think either one of them are really scared about this one.
No, Grizzly fans want Shannon Sharp sued. They want to take him down.
Because of the argument with basically all the Grizzlies players.
And now he's going after Ja. He went after Ja again for some. Oh, yeah, he went after Ja for the gun thing. Mm-hmm. And Grizzly fans didn't like that either.
Well, I don't know if you know this.
Said he was petty.
Hey, I don't know if you know
He's
this.
Petty, John.
Ja is a Grizzly.
And we love him.
And we do love him.
He's my favorite.
He's the man.
John, do you like cartoons?
Sure. I mean, not really, no.
Did you like it when you were a child?
I watched Scooby-Doo.
What else? Little mouse and cat running around?
Tom and Jerry. Good
job.
Tom
and Jerry, John, debuted 83 years ago today.
Congratulations, Tom.
Happy birthday.
Congratulations,
And you
Jerry.
like Tom and Jerry, right?
Yeah, Tom is the cat and Jerry's the mouse.
You nailed it. Have you ever seen the clip that in the old Tom and Jerry where Tom rolls up a cigarette using Jerry and smokes it in one drag?
Dude, that dude's hotboxing.
That's right.
Man, it's like Mike Tyson.
That video goes around the internet all the time. It's like, man, Tom was really about that.
Tom was about that. By the way, look at the Scooby-Doo. They were a bunch of stoners.
Allegedly. We never saw him smoke pot, John.
Okay, the Miracle Machine or whatever it was called, Mystery Machine. When it was driving off, did you not ever notice all the smoke coming out of the windows when they were driving down the road? What do you think? They're in there.
Actually, no, I didn't.
They're hitting the bonk. Pull it up, man. There's smoke always coming out. They're rolling clouds, brother, in the Mystery Machine. And what are you going to be doing in a van? Like, you really think they're just going to hunt mysteries? How do you think that they found out about mysteries and ghosts? Because they were so high.
Oh, they're so high they can see ghosts.
Well, it's not. No, it's just they're probably paranoid.
You think Fred and his ascot smoking a lot of pot? It's always the people you don't expect, isn't it? Fred.
Barney Rubble? Fred? Flintstone?
I don't know, Fred.
Who's Fred?
Fred.
Flintstone?
No, the guy. Fred is the guy that wears the ascot in Scooby-Doo. That's
Fred. The dorky preppy one?
Yeah.
He's the one who is actually selling the weed so he could buy new clothes.
Oh, it's always the ones you don't expect,
Yeah,
John.
I'm telling you.
I do a pretty
Everybody
good
knew Shaggy was high.
I do a good Barney Rubble, though, don't I?
Yeah, wasn't that?
I don't know, Fred.
Yeah, that wasn't bad, I guess.
Fred.
Well, I told you last night.
What impression did I do yesterday? It was,
I don't know.
It was Tony Romo.
Oh, by the way.
Jim.
Sorry, I made a mistake.
Oh, please.
Shocking.
Correct.
It is not Brett Favre who is suing Shannon Sharp and Pat McAfee for $100 million.
It was,
He's suing them both for defamation of character because they've been saying that he's such a bad guy. Here's why he's suing him. Because they said he took money, knowingly took money from the poorest people in the state of Mississippi.
He said he didn't know it.
Yeah, and he said he didn't know it. So that's where the definition. It's Michael. It's the playmaker, Mike Irvin. He's the one who's got a $100 million lawsuit, and he's suing the Hilton. And Marriott Marriott's the parent company of Renaissance Hotel, where according to him, he is a victim of cancel culture. I can see the playmaker being a victim of cancel culture. Let me tell you something. I believe this 100%.
Did you see who they replaced him with on First Take this morning?
No.
Kurt Warner. So Kurt
How
Warner.
How boring is that?
Well, I think it was like a friendly jet. Like Kurt Warner's like, I'll step in for you. Like I'll do this for you. That way you don't lose your position. I'll just be a placeholder for you. So maybe Kurt Warner agrees with you. I don't know, Jim.
All I know is I'm not a big fan. Like, I don't need to hear him talk.
Wow. Why? But Johnny won a Super Bowl. He used to bag groceries, and then he won a Super Bowl. He has a movie about him.
But
does Michael Irvin have a movie about him?
He's
No.
gonna be like, I have a feeling he's gonna be I don't think I'm gonna be very interested when Tom Brady is doing football games because he's boring.
I don't know, Jim.
Kurt Warner is boring.
I don't know, Jim.
I think, by the way, the dumbest move. Why did you give Tom Brady over $350 million
without knowing how good Greg Olsen was?
And Greg Olsen is already better than anybody.
He's considered the best in the business right now.
And he's doing the big game. I'm telling you one thing, Tom Brady, you're going to come in and they're going to compare you to Greg Olsen, and you're finally going to fail at something.
The only two people,
and besides your marriage,
it just is just off the dome. But the only two broadcasters I feel like get universal acclaim are Greg Olsen and like Doris Burke.
Yeah, because Doris Burke can do anything.
She's great. John, my last story for you. I know we got to get to a break. Chick-fil-A in South.
They sell chicken.
They do in Colorado, South Carolina, and North Carolina locations are testing a new cauliflower chicken sandwich. You eat it, John?
You mean it's made from cauliflower, not chicken?
You're right. It's a cauliflower sandwich. Excuse me, no chicken.
But
Cauliflower
it's supposed
sandwich.
to taste like chicken.
Yeah, I think it's like there's you can eat mashed potatoes that are cauliflower that
I've
taste
actually
like
had
potatoes.
them.
They're good.
I will tolerate them and eat them.
Better for you than mashed potatoes, though.
Yeah, I know. Those are when I'm like on my health kicks. You know what I'm saying?
Because you go all in.
I go all in. You know me.
So would you try the cauliflower sandwich that tastes like chicken?
I mean, I would try it if somebody else bought it for me.
I'll buy it for you.
All right, I'll try it. I'm like Mikey. I'll eat it.
Gross.
Grizzlies do play tonight, but you know what? I'm not going to talk much about them.
I took them plus 9.5 this morning, and it's already gone down. It's already gone down to.
I was going to say I saw it earlier at 7, so it's already down to 6.5 now.
That's what Dave and I bet on it this morning. 6:30. That's why you got to bet early in the morning. Folks.
Wait. You took them minus, right?
No, I took the Timberwolves plus 9.5.
Oh, you
this
took
morning.
the T-Wolves plus 9.5. I was about to say the Grizzlies are favored in this one.
Yeah.
Holmes.
That's why it's good to get up early.
To start your day early?
With gambling.
Oh, okay, I got you. Making sure. We got T-Money in Brasky. We just talked with Lee Sterling from Paramount Sports. He likes the Eagles. We've talked about a lot of prop bets. I'll give you his prop bets, but on the other side, we're about to find out what two crazy people they're betting and what they're doing on the big game. By the way, you know where I'm going to be at the big game?
Where, John?
I'm going to be at 10th Inning Sports. Did you know that?
What's that, John?
It's it's a bar in South Haven. I'm going to get there probably, I'd say, about 4:30. Big games at 5:30. I'm going to have some drinks. I'm going to have some fun. I'm going to have some giveaways. I'm going to have all kinds of cool stuff. And you know what I'm going to do?
What?
Drink a lot of Tito's when I'm there watching the big game. And when I get hungry, you know what I'm going to do?
What?
I'm going to eat some of the selected appetizers. They got half-price appetizers. They're going to have smoked wings, sausage, cheese plates, nachos. We got giveaway $4 hot dogs and fries. Hey, buckets of beer, only $12. Tito's coming out the Frizz-Aim. They got TVs everywhere. Be there February 12th. Get there about 4:30. It is 10th Inning. That's right. That's the bar. That's where the beginning and the end are. I'm telling you right now, if you want to have some fun, you want to see a great game, you want to mingle, if you're single and you want to mingle, 10th Inning Sports Bar down in South Haven. We're back in 2 shakes with T-Money and Brasky, Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
I don't know, Jim.
Join the voice of the Tigers, Dave Woloshin, for Wolo and Friends. Weekday mornings from 10 to 11, here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Hey, y'all. It's the Mid-South Sports Boat and RV Show, February 17th through the 19th at the Agri Center. Come buy your new boat and make some memories at the lake this summer with family and friends. Premier dealers showcasing the newest ski boats, pontoons, fishing boats with huge show specials. Enter your chance to win daily door prizes like a surfboard from Counts Marine and much more. It's all at the Mid-South Sports Boat and RV Show, February 17th through the 19th. For more info, go to memphisboatshow.com. That's memphisboatshow.com.
At the Agri Center.
The only app you need at your Super Bowl party is FanDuel, America's #1 sports book. Download FanDuel and bet Super Bowl 57 with a no-sweat first bet. You'll get up to $3,000 back in bonus bets if your first bet doesn't win. FanDuel lets you bet on everything from the money line to point spreads to who will score a touchdown. The FanDuel Sportsbook app is safe, secure, and super easy to use. Join FanDuel with promo code WIN to claim your no-sweat first bet on Super Bowl 57. That's promo code WIN. Make every moment more with FanDuel, an official sportsbook partner of the NFL.
21 plus in select states. Must be present in select states to wager. First online real money wager. Only $10 deposit required. Refund issued as non-withdrawable sportsbook bonus bets, which expire in 14 days. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit fanduel.com/RG. For Colorado, Iowa, Michigan, New Jersey, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Illinois, Tennessee, and Virginia. 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT-STEP to 53342 in Arizona. 1-888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat in Connecticut. 1-800-9-WITH-IT in Indiana. 1-800-522-4700 or visit ksgamblinghelp.com in Kansas. 1-877-770-STOP in Louisiana. Visit www.mdgambler.org in Maryland. 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369 in New York. 1-800-522-4700 in Wyoming or visit www.1-800-GAMBLER.net in West Virginia.
Hi, this is Troy Fiveash, owner of Fiveash Roofing. In these uncertain economic times, there are so many things as a contractor and a business owner that I cannot control. The rising cost of materials, not to mention fuel and transportation costs. In the last 2 years, shingle prices have almost doubled and commercial materials have doubled. And I don't have to tell you what fuel costs these days. But you know what I can control? How much markup I put on a project. I have always prided myself in knowing I never gouge a customer. But in an effort to ensure my crews have work and my customers are being treated fairly, I have lowered my profit margin, hoping to give you a price you can live with and keeping my crews busy. So if you need a roof or gutters, please give us a call. Fiveash Roofing, fair, honest, and ethical. Fiveash Roofing, a proud sponsor of Tiger Athletics and a member of the Tigers home team. 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com. 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com.
Fiveash Roofing, it's what we do. We're here for you.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-306-8158 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-306-8158. That's 800-306-8158. What do you have to lose? Call 800-306-8158. Again, 800-306-8158.
We told you this was going to happen, and now it has. The floor model sale is happening at Family Leisure. Lowest prices of the year on pool tables, on those wonderful spas, on patio furniture, state-of-the-art, and, of course, the game tables. Floor model arcades are now starting at $1,200. It's your last chance for a 2022 pool. And floor model trampolines are only $2,100. That's the installed price. Family Leisure, I-40 and Wooden Road, where family and fun come together.
Today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. Jay Morgan Harder is in the house. We've been really, really busy. We had Lee Sterling. He gave a lot of his picks. He says he's taking the Eagles minus the 1.5.
Today we actually have been really busy. You're right. He had the greatest prop bet ever. Can we repeat it?
Fred VanVleet, more points than the Kansas City Chiefs. It's points and assists.
Points and assists. Yeah, more points and assists.
And they're playing at home against the Pistons, and the Pistons are horrible on the perimeter of defending. VanVleet's going to go off. He's also going to get a lot of assists. I'm looking at about 30 from VanVleet. So he's thinking that he could get 35 maybe. Who knows? Could go crazy. So we're taking that over Kansas City. And National Anthem, we're going under 206 for, what's his name, Chris Stapleton?
That's right.
By the way, I found out something during the break. I'm a little upset. I'm really upset.
About
to be honest
Magnum.
with you. Magnum PI. Do you remember him? Tom Selleck?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, Magnum PI was like a pimp, man. He's like solving crimes. He's a private investigator, drives a dope car, had a mustache that was just on point, chest hair, manly man, right?
A man's man.
You have your TV guide over there, which is always weird to me. And on the cover, it says Magnum. And I was thinking maybe it was something else they were talking about. But you said there's now a remake of Magnum P.I.
Yeah.
And you're telling me
2.
that little weakling is the new Magnum?
It is. He has no chest hair.
No chest hair. No mustache.
That's right.
Looks like Justin Bieber.
He should be ashamed
dark
of himself.
hair.
He should be ashamed of himself, truly.
This is
and this is like kind of a joke, but also not really a joke at all. And it's why, for the longest time, Tom Selleck said that he wouldn't want them to remake Magnum because he would not want someone else playing Magnum other than him.
Man, what is your generation doing? They destroyed the M&Ms.
Whoa! Don't blame it on me, John. I
they
also
bring out
want
a weak-looking, soft, feminine Magnum.
I also want Tom Selleck.
You don't
can't
want
blame
a
it on me.
feminine Magnum.
I also want Tom Selleck, though. I want that to be public. I want Tom Selleck. I bet T-Money and Brasky like Magnum P.I.
Yeah, but I got to tell where T-Money and Brasky where they need to be. I want to ask this question seriously. Are crazy people the people who actually host Super Bowl parties? Because I think they're crazy because you have your friends come over, they drink, they spill popcorn and nachos everywhere. You have to cook. When the game is over, everybody's inebriated. You got to figure out how everybody's going to get home, and then you have to clean up your house. If you don't want to deal with all that, have a big old Super Bowl party with us. I'm going to be at 10th Inning Sports Bar down at 5960 Getwell Road. We have giveaways. We have smoked wings, cheese plates, nachos, half-price appetizers, $12 buckets of beer, $4 hot dog and fries, and TVs everywhere. And by the way, you know it's going to be a good-looking crowd because I'm going to be down there. Now, if T-Money and Brasky go down there, they're going to bring down the average a little bit, just a little bit. But, hey, it's still going to be a lot of fun. See me at 10th Inning Sports Bar, February 12th. I'm going to get there about 4:30, an hour before the game starts. What's up, Money?
What's up, Johnny? How you doing, brother?
Man, I'm doing well. How are you doing, sir?
Oh, I'm doing fantastic. We've got a beautiful day out here, and I'm talking to my buddy Doug Petty down there at Woodland Lake. He says T-Money's boat has got a bunch of water in it. So we're trying to, he's going to go over there with a pump for me and help me out, since I'm about an hour, 45 minutes away from it. So, but we got to get that boat
goes down, the crappie are over.
The crappie about to start up here, coming up. This is prime time.
No, what I'm talking about, you won't be able to get any because your boat will sink.
Oh, correct. Yeah, I'm gonna miss the bass fishing tournament on Saturday because we got some other things going on. But we got to get that boat. We got to get that ready to go, man.
Man, Money, I'm gonna be praying for you. I hope the pump works.
I do too. But hey, if Doug's on it, Doug's out. I'm not even worried about it.
Good. I feel you. Hey, Money, guess what? I hung out with Uncle Brasky last week.
Oh, I heard that.
What up, Brasky?
Not much. What you up to, Johnny?
Man, right now, just getting ready for the big game, man. I'm ready for Sunday to get here. Also, I'm going to see the grandkids and everything this weekend all the way up into Sunday, so I'll get to do that as well.
Well, I am taking my grandkids up to Gatlinburg snow tubing for the next week.
Wait, you are going to watch the big game, though, right?
Oh, yeah. I'll be in Gatlinburg by time for the game. We're going to have a little Super Bowl party. Me and my son-in-law, Dumb Ed, we're going to have us a little Super Bowl party there at the thing and watch it. I've got plenty of bets riding on it. So,
by the way, so is your probation officer letting you leave, or do you just not even tell your probation officer?
If you don't tell them, what they don't know doesn't kill them, Johnny.
That is the truth. If they don't know, it doesn't hurt them. I learned that a long time ago when I was married to my first wife.
Silence is golden, and never tell on yourself. I taught my kids that at an early age. You never go in that police station and say, I'm ready to get down.
I love it.
You just be quiet.
All right, gentlemen. I know y'all heard Lee Sterling, y'all's arch nemesis. Lee said he likes the Eagles minus the 1.5. He also likes Fred VanVleet to have more points and assists combined than the Kansas City Chiefs. He said he's going with the cool blue Gatorade to be poured on the winning coach. The national anthem is going under 2 minutes and 6 seconds. Jake Elliott, former Tiger, over in points. Kenneth Gainwell, over 19 yards rushing. And Juju, over 40 yards receiving. Last but not least, Travis Kelce, anytime touchdown. He came prepared. He's got all he needs. Gentlemen, what are you playing?
Well, I'll tell you what, Johnny. I was listening to Lee, and I thought he was starting to steal some of my prop bets, but he didn't. The prop bet I like, me and Big Slender put our minds together on this one. We like the hometown boy. Well, he's out of Yazoo City, but we like Kenneth Gainwell. But we like Kenneth Gainwell to win the MVP at 85-1.
Those are some really good odds.
I love it. Look, all he's got to do, think about it. Like he said, he comes in on third down. Say he catches a swing pass and takes it 50 yards for a touchdown. And then say he rips one off about 75 for a touchdown. We're looking at over maybe 100 total yards receiving and running the football and a couple of touchdowns. I mean, that's not out of the realm of possibility. And I'm telling you, at 85-1,
yeah.
I mean, we'll go clown. Me and Big Slender hit that. You think we were clowning at the casino last week? Oh, my goodness gracious. They'll take the chains off us. We may have to get Uncle Brasky to get us out of prison if we get to clowning.
we got some Vegas money there, brother. We got some Vegas money there.
Exactly. We go hit the buffet twice if we wanted to. Get one of them big omelets. Remember them big omelets, Uncle Brasky?
I sure do. I remember those. That's one BB never could figure out how we got such a big omelet.
Because he didn't want to tip the lady.
Correct.
He looked at what he said.
Like a little burrito.
Those look like they got the big omelets today, not knowing we tipped the lady at 10 spot. He'd come back with the little bitty omelet looking sad like he always does, But I'll tell you what, I got another prop bet. I'm just doing prop bets this weekend.
All right.
My buddy KG tried to get me on a square, and I'm 0 for 10 on squares. So I told him I was going to take my 50 and break it up over some prop bets. So my next prop bet, I like Travis Kelce over the 7.5 receptions.
Travis over 7.
Over 7.5. I think he gets to 9 or so. I think he goes probably 9 catches, 125 some odd yards, and he definitely gets a touchdown. So that anytime touchdown by Lee Sterling, I like it too. But my play is going to be the 7.5 over Travis Kelce, and we've got Kenny Gainwell, Yazoo City's finest, to win the MVP of Super Bowl 50. What are we, 7?
57, yeah.
57. He's going to be the MVP at 85-1.
Dude, I love it. By the way, it is Super Bowl 57 in it. Now that you asked me the question, I'm curious.
Well, I did go to city schools, and so once they start putting those Roman numerals up, I got to start getting my fingers out counting, going, what's the L mean? What's the V? I know the slashes is 1 year, and the V is a 5 years. Right, Jay Morgan?
Yeah,
you're the smartest
it's 57. It's an L50, V5, and 22. That's the 1-1. That's 57.
LVII. That's like 36.
No, it's Super Bowl 57. The Super Bowl 57.
L is 50. L is 50.
Oh, gotcha.
All right.
Yeah,
so
L50, V is 5, and then the slashes mean 1.
We're teaching you Roman numerals today, how to gamble,
I'll
handicap.
tell you what, exactly. I mean, this is a lot of information for some of our listeners to take in.
All I know is V because of Rocky 5. I know only the Roman numerals that go up with the Rocky numbers.
Didn't you go to a bougie high school? Like a very expensive high school? They didn't teach you Roman numerals?
No, yeah, I don't know.
Where'd he go, Lausanne?
No, he went to what was it, St. George's?
That's right.
Yeah. What are they? What are St. George's Griffins?
They were the Dragons when I was in elementary school, but then they made the high school in Collierville, and they couldn't have 2 dragons, so they went Griffins, which is a mythical creature that is half eagle, half lion.
Whoa! King of the sky and king of the jungle.
That's right. It's 2 for 2.
Mm-hmm. Nice. All right. So, are those your plays, Money?
Those are my plays. That's all I got. I'm just doing prop bets for the Super Bowl.
All right, man. We got prop bets for the Super Bowl. Where are you partying at?
That's a great question. I know I may start over at Tom and Kim's. You going to come over there?
I'm going to be at the 10th Inning Sports Bar down in South Haven,
right.
getting my crazy drink on, party on, giveaways, nachos, wings. Oh, I'm fired up. You know, me and Chas are going to be acting a fool down there.
Oh, yeah. I think Freddie and Slap are coming over there, and we're going to try to get Big Slender and them over there, and Big Cheap and them over there.
By the way, you want to know something? Big Slender actually kind of surprised me the other night.
Oh, really? What'd he do? He wasn't simping again, was he?
No, but he did have how do I say this? He had some stuff that looked like it came from like Colorado or California.
Big Slender. Oh, he didn't break that out on you.
It wasn't the scrimpins in the bottom of the bag, what he calls the scrimpins.
No, dude, it wasn't that. It was some seriously nice nuggets. I will say thank you, Slender.
It wasn't the burn ends that he usually has.
Nope. He went all out for me. You know, he had to show out. He had to show out. All right, Brasky, what do you got, my brother?
First of all, I'm gonna get you ready today. I mean, you got to make some money today. I made a little money last night on Purdue in Arizona. We're going to get the king of all hoes. We're going to take Rick Pitino and Iona minus 12 over Canisius today.
Ah, I like that. Hey, man, I'll back Ricky P anytime.
Heck yeah.
Well, you know he's got better recruits than anybody.
Heck yeah, he does.
He's the one that buys them escorts and all, and plus a private school. Man, if you were halfway decent, you'd sign with him.
I agree. I love the fact that you're taking Rick P, Iona, the king of those. Rick Pitino and Iona. They're going to win against who are they playing again? Canisius.
It's an upstate school in New York.
I think it's Canisius.
Canisius. That's it. Okay. Whatever it is. Exactly call it Canisius.
If
you can't pronounce it, how do you take them? You know, I guess we're going to play it again.
That's a good point. That's a great point.
They've only won 3 games this year.
Well, that's
how we take that.
That's the only other thing I wanted to say is, by the way, Jay, I didn't pat my own back again. You know, Oregon State did it last night, right?
Did they really?
The Beavers took care of business against UCLA. I told everybody I'm on fire when it comes to college basketball. I got to tell you, with 4 seconds left in the game, this dude, Dmitry, hit a 3-pointer and gave us the cover. They only lost by 15.
Everybody
got that done.
Everybody knows Dmitry. I mean, I can't go into a bar in America without hearing people talking about Dmitry.
Dmitry Ryuni.
Oh, what a name!
Yes, and he hit the 3 to give us the win. So we've been padding our pocket all week long, getting ready for the big game with basketball. I like Iona and Ricky P. Who else you got?
Well, we're going to the next one. All we have to do is win out to get to the NIT, maybe. Or maybe that we're taking Ole Miss at home, minus 4.5 against South Carolina tomorrow. They're on a roll. They just won a road game.
They are playing Georgia. South Carolina, so this is the bottom of the barrel.
This is the bottom of the barrel. And if you look at that game, in all reality, they could actually win the next 6 out of there, maybe get an NIT. I mean, you don't have Alabama on the schedule. You got LSU, Mississippi State. You don't really have any tough guys on there. And they played kind of a different lineup the other day because I had Georgia bet first half against them in Georgia for the game, and Ole Miss let me down. They didn't go on their 0-for streak. I lost both ways of that 500 on that game, but I got it back on Purdue last night, so.
Well, I have a feeling like Ole Miss fans, the only thing they care about right now is not much about basketball, but they're wondering about that Ole Miss quarterback room with Jackson, Spencer. Oh, yeah, and baseball starting on the 17th. So baseball and quarterback battles is right now what the Rebs are paying attention to because they're not paying attention to this basketball team.
No. And I wouldn't even dare you to walk by the pavilion tomorrow. They may throw you in there for free and make you watch a game. May even give you free beer. I wouldn't even walk in front of the thing. That may be your punishment for walking on campus.
All right.
I hate to tell you this, Johnny. I think your boy Sterling stole our dime bag play. We like the Eagles minus 1.5.
Well,
I don't know.
Hey, you know what? I just think it's simply as this: great minds think alike.
Well, that is true. I've often been told that all through school. That I was one of those great minds, or either my mind was just a terrible thing to waste. I don't know which one, but whatever. We like the Eagles. I don't think that defense gets after you, boy. With that high upper ankle sprain, You just can't run like you normally can.
No, you really can't.
Not healed. It's not healed, and that Eagles defense has gotten after everybody. I think defense travels. We have to take the Eagles. There's no other way to bet this game.
I like it. Reddick's going to be all up in his business, Sweat. It could become, Fletcher. You got Cox. He's up in there as well. So it's going to be an interesting one.
Absolutely.
Sweat and Cox, watch out for them.
That's absolutely. Right.
Sounds like my Friday nights.
Gentlemen, do me a favor. Have fun, win a lot of money, be safe up in Gatlinburg, Nebraska. There's bears out there, and I just saw the movie Cocaine Bear. If you see a bear geeked up, run.
Oh, I'm not worried about the bear.
Try to run them
down. Gentlemen, y'all be easy. We'll do it again next week.
Have a great day.
Talk to you, brother. Come on.
I love those fools. I got to take a quick break. I got to come back and give you our plays. Jay, do you have a play?
Yeah, I've got a few.
You got a few?
I'm really proud of that last line I had, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it does. Hey, it's Friday, by the way.
Yeah?
Put in that work, son.
Oh, I'm going to.
Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Broadcasting from the Family Leisure Studio, we are Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Nestled in the heart of East Memphis, located corner of Park and Cherry, is a beautiful residential neighborhood. I'm here at Town Village Audubon Park interviewing a new resident, Carolyn. Share with us why you chose Town Village.
Well, if your parents or special friends need to make that big move, let me share with you my experience. It was tough for me to leave home, but then I discovered Town Village. I would like to highly recommend Town Village to you and your loved ones. After looking at all the amenities and meeting all the people and staff, I was hooked. From restaurant, bistro, 3 meals per day, housekeeping, transportation, security, health care, physical therapy, exercise room, and even a heated pool and spa. Come see us and make your new home at Town Village.
Visit us and call Daniel at Town Village Audubon Park at 901-374-7342. There's no place like home, Town Village.
Dell Technologies' President's Day event is here with deals to power all your passions. The savings start now on select sleek XPS laptops and more powered by 12th Gen Intel Core processors. Don't forget, special pricing on the latest monitors, docks, and accessories, plus free shipping on everything and monthly payment options with Dell Preferred Account. Just call 877-ASK-DELL for these limited time President's Day deals. That's 877-ASK-DELL.
DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of Super Bowl 57, has all the Super Bowl action. New customers can bet just $5 and get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Plus, all customers can get in on the Super Bowl 57 excitement with DraftKings Happy Hour Super Boosts. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use promo code FSR. New customers can bet $5 on Super Bowl 57 and get $200 in bonus bets instantly. That's code FSR. Only at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of Super Bowl 57. 21 and over in most eligible states, but age varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Eligibility and deposit restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details and state-specific responsible gambling resources. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. Bonus issued as bonus bets. Opt-in required for odds boost. Bet type and amount limits vary. Eligibility and terms at sportsbook.draftkings.com/football terms.
At Jason's Deli, when you're dining in or picking up curbside, you can expect wholesome food and no surprises, just delicious sandwiches, crisp salads, and quick quality meals made with the freshest ingredients and no artificial trans fats, MSG, high fructose corn syrup, or artificial colors and dyes. Around here, a lot of thought goes into what we put into our food and what we take out of it, because you're not just taking a bite, you're getting a taste of who we are. New items are constantly being created to expand our menu for all tastes and special diets with vegan and gluten-free options available. Convenience and on-time delivery you can count on. It's just a click away at jasonsdeli.com, so whether you need to feed 5 people or 5,000, the team at Jason's Deli, they have the credentials and the commitment to keep you satisfied. Freshness is nearby at Jason's Deli with locations at Ridgeway in the Park Place Center, Poplar and Highland, Germantown Road in Cordova, and on Goodman Road in Olive Branch. Jason's Deli. It's wholesome food and no surprises.
But you gotta be willing to take the hit and not pointing fingers saying you ain't where you want to be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that, and that ain't you. You're better than that.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. Jay Morgan Harder's in the house. I'm kind of disappointed.
Why? Not in me, right?
The only things that I've got on the Naked Man who was on White Station is one guy said, I think this is hilarious, Dan. What's up, Dan Hayek?
Hey, Dan.
He said he was auditioning for Naked and Afraid. XL.
But that's usually in the woods.
Yeah, but you know what? They're taking this to the jungle, New York City.
The concrete jungle.
The concrete jungle, New York, man. So he's going to run around naked in New York all week. It's kind of cold in New York right now. That'd be definitely difficult. But we didn't get anybody to help us out with the Naked Man on White Station, so I guess it's going to remain a mystery until possibly next week.
What about the Naked Gun?
That's a decent show with Leslie
Steve Rye.
And the Juice is in there.
He is.
OJ. Yep. By the way,
he jumps out the window at the beginning.
We have a big game. Eagles Chiefs. By the way, I went and looked this up. ESPN Analytics has put this out. Both teams 16-3 on the season. Both teams scored exactly 546 points. That's kind of weird. They both have 6 All-Pros, but the chance for the Chiefs to win, according to ESPN Analytics, is 52%. The Eagles 48%. But we got Lee Sterling take the Eagles. We got Money and Brasky take the Eagles. Jay Morgan, what says you?
I'm taking the Chiefs.
You're taking the Chiefs.
I'm on the Chiefs.
You're on the Chiefs.
Lee made me a little bit nervous, but to be honest, I've heard enough people want the Eagles now, and I think the Eagles are the consensus, quote-unquote, better team by public standards, and that actually gives me some confidence in the Chiefs, and I'm going to take the Chiefs.
Chiefs got a great offensive line and a dude named Pat Mahomes, man. And Spags is the better defensive coordinator, in my opinion.
And I like what you're saying about they had an easy road here. I think they're not as good as everyone thinks they are. And also, I hate the Chiefs. I mean, I hate the Eagles. So.
Oh, you do?
I just don't like Jalen Hurts.
By the way, you're just not a Oh, really? So you hate a man who's a manly man,
who's a
leader, a guy who wasn't good enough to even stay at Alabama but worked at his craft, put in that work. Because you know what he said? He said all men are created equal. Some just work harder than others. And he put in that work to become better than other people, and you don't like him.
I just think that the narrative around him is very overblown. He's fairly overrated. I think he's the same as all those other short quarterbacks. He just plays on a better team.
He's not that little, dude. He ain't no Tua.
Well, he's like Baker size, Tua size.
No, he's not. Jalen is a full-grown man.
Is
he's
he
like
bigger than Baker?
6'2". He's solid. Yeah, he's bigger than Baker Mayfield. Are you kidding me? Why do you think he runs so effective? He scored the most touchdowns in a season. He ran all over the place. He's a full 6'2", 225 pounds.
Baker's 6'1".
Well, again, he's taller than Baker. 6'2" is more. 6'2" is taller than 6'1". I don't know if you know this.
You're right.
But
Tua is also 6'1".
Tua looks like a frail little girl. Don't lie to me.
Mac Jones is 6'3". I think they're all the same.
Mac Jones has a noodle arm, though. So does Tua. Jalen Hurts can at least push the ball downfield. Now, I'm going to be at 10th Inning Sports Bar and Grill. Please come see me. I'll get there about 4:30. I'm going to be at 5960 Getwell Road down in South Haven, Mississippi. We have a watch party, a showdown watch party at the 10th Inning Sports Bar. We got giveaways, smoked wings, sausage, cheese plates, nachos, hot dogs, and fries for $4, $12 beers. We got all kinds of drink specials, appetizers, half price. Come to the big game, 10th Inning Sports Bar and Grill, 5960 Getwell Road down in South Haven, Mississippi. Good luck to the Grizzlies tonight. But I'm actually rooting for the Timberwolves to cover the +9 because that's what my buddy Jay bet on.
Thanks, man.
Don't forget, we also have to take the under in the Chris Stapleton National Anthem. For Jay Morgan, I'm John Harden. Y'all get out there, make the world a better place. We're going to see you on the flip side. Peace.